figure it out too, which is based on the comparison of two angles under the principle of superimposition. So this is figure it out part 2. We are doing chapter lines and angles. So yesterday we studied about superimposition principle, where you overlap two angles and you get the comparison done for the two angles. So continuing with the yesterday's class, today we will practice some of the questions based on the topic. Now question number 1 is, fold a rectangular sheet of paper and then draw a line along the fold created. Name and compare the angles formed between the fold and the sides of the paper. Okay, so first let us take a sheet of paper. I am using the this is the sheet of the paper sheet we have taken, and as shown in the figure, you can fold it anyway. So let's fold it this way. Or you can fold it the other way around like this. So this is the folding of the paper. Now what it is saying is that name and compare the angles formed between the fold and the sides of the paper. Now what are the sides of paper? These 4 sides are forming rectangular sheet of paper. So sides of the paper are these. This is bottom side, this is upper, this is left side, and this is right side. So now what it is saying, that you have to compare the angles formed between this fold. Let me mark this as this is the fold and this is the side. This is the fold and this is the side. So basically, which angle do you need to measure? You have to measure, if I draw a line over here, this is the fold that we made, and these are the two sides whose angles need to be measured. So you have to measure this angle and this angle, or you can also measure this angle and this angle. Then you have to compare the two angles. Now what we will do is, let's mark it A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and we make a line over here also. This is E. So this is how you get the sides and the folds. These are the sides and this is the fold. You have to compare the angles along these two fold and the sides. Do you understand what we have to measure? We have to measure angle B, angle C, angle E, and here I can say angle G. So these are the angles that you have to compare. So what we are going to do is, this is the tracing paper I have taken. So first let us cut the paper along the fold side. So we get angle as now what we are going to show you, what I am going to show you is that, see, I am again putting the paper back. This was our angle. This is angle C, D, B. So what you are going to get is that if I compare this angle C here and this angle G here, we will see that the two angles are same. How they are same? I have put the vertex C over G and aligned or overlapped one side, the folded side and the sides of the paper sheet together. So I have overlapped the sheets. So this angle C is equal to angle G. Okay, I'll again repeat that what I am telling you here. This was my sheet of paper. I cut it along the folded side. Now this sheet I have taken and put it over the angle G. So angle C is put over the angle G, which we come to know that both the angles are overlapping each other and they are equal to each other. This was the bottom paper. Now I take the upper sheet. I have divided the folded one. So if I put this angle B over angle E, you would see that again the same thing occurs, that this angle B is equal to angle E. Okay, I give you a repeat what I am telling you. This you have to understand carefully what is the concept. This was the sheet of paper. We cut it along the fold. We folded the sheet, cut it along the fold. We marked angles. I will give you angle name on the board also. But right now you understand that I divided 1/2 of the fold into two parts. The upper part has angle B and the lower part has angle C. This is angle B, this is angle C. Now while superimposing angle B over angle E, I get that angle B is equal to angle E. They are totally overlapping each other. So they are equal. Their rays are, the arms of the angles are overlapping each other and angles are also overlapping each other. Similarly, if I put angle C here over angle G. Again the arms are aligning with each other or overlapping with each other, and vertex is also coinciding. So we learned yesterday that if two angles are put over each other and their vertex and the arms overlap each other, then they are equal angles. So what do you infer from this? इससे आपको क्या conclusion मिला? That angle G is equal to angle C and angle E is equal to angle B. Okay, now I would like to give you the full name of the angle, because it has asked the mark the angles and name the angles. So let's redraw this over the board now. That's what we have done. We have taken a sheet of paper like this, and then we folded the sheet of paper from here. Okay, we folded the sheet of paper, then we marked angles. How you mark angle? You give the name to the vertex. So I gave this as G, this angle as G, and this angle as, okay, so this angle as B. Now G and B are both same points, but since we cut out the paper, so I gave the different points. ये आपको समझ आ रहा है? G और B का जो पॉइंट है वो सेम है, सेम वर्टेक्स है, बट हमने पीस ऑफ पेपर को कट कर दिया था बीच में से, यहाँ से, इसलिए सो आई हैव गिवन इट अ डिफरेंट नेम हियर एंड the other has different name, other vertex has different name. So basically I can say that if I take some alphabet here, say I, G, B, F, sorry, let's give it O, then E, F, and D and C. This is angle E. This is angle E and this is angle C. Okay, but remember there's these two we are going to we did overlapping of E and C. So E and C are same. So I can say that vertex G and B are same and vertex E and C are same. They are the same point, okay? Same point. Now, what did we concluded? Angle G is equal to angle C. So I gave the full name to this angle. So it would be angle, this is G is the vertex and vertex should come in between. So angle IGE is equal to which of the angle? Angle C. So see, this is angle C. How would you name it? Angle C is the vertex DCG. So this is my observation that angle IGE FE is equal to angle DCG or B, whatever you want to say. It can be B also or it can be G also. You can say any one of them because G and B are same and E and C are same. And what other observation, what were other angles formed? One angle is OBC and FEG. So these two angles I am talking about, OBC and FEG. This angle. So these two angles again, E is equal to B. So writing the full name, I will get angle F. E is the vertex here. Remember always vertex come in between the two other points. So FEG is equal to angle OGC. So what are the names of the angles that in the question asked? So you would say that the names of angle are angle I, G. So we have taken a sheet of paper and drawn the angles. Here you can see that I have marked the angles with ABC and ABD here. Now the largest angle that a sheet of paper is formed is this one, starting from ray BD and going to ray BC. Understand this like here. That this is the sheet of paper. This is the sheet of paper. So largest angle is, if I give it name here A, B, C, D and E. So this is the largest angle that can be formed on a sheet of paper, which is angle AEB. Its common vertex is E. This is the vertex and its two arms are ray EA and ray EB. So this is the largest angle which can be formed on a sheet of paper. Now what is, so smallest angle cannot be known by just folding of a paper. So comparing is always between two. So you will be given two angles or two or more angles and you have to compare these angles, that how the angles are larger or smaller than each other. So the method that we use, for comparing angles is called, first method is superimposition. Now in superimposition method, suppose I give you a figure. I gave you two angles. Let's name it. Name the vertex B, A and C. So this is the first angle. And next is Q, P, R. This is the second angle. So what is superimposition method? For the superimposition method, we need to have a trace paper or butter paper you can use. With the help of these, we would compare these two angles. So let's see here. Now this butter paper, you can see that you are able to see the angles. So first put the dot at the vertex and at the two ends of the rays. This is for the first. This is dot B, dot A and dot C. Similarly, the second one, dot P, Q and R. We put arrows also here so that we know how much angle we make. Now what you have to do is, we would join these 3 points on the butter paper only. And we would cut these points now. We cut the paper. So let's cut it. Let me name it again. PQR and ABC. Now we have to cut it sharply so that exactly we are able to compare the two angles. Now what we have to do is, now what does this superimposition say? These are the two angles that we get using trace paper. Now put the vertex and one ray. Here this is PQ and here this is AB. So put the vertex and one ray together and see if they are equal or not. Now we can see here that they are almost overlapping or superimposing on each other. There is not much difference. One paper is overlapping the other paper at the vertex. Don't see this side. You have to see the vertex and the rays, how much they are bigger or smaller. So the ray PQ is exactly lying over ray AB and ray QR is exactly lying over ray AC. So this means that the two angles that we have drawn are exactly equal to each other. And this is how we compare two angles. So this is the principle of superimposition. So you can say that the two angles are equal. So you can paste these two together on one another and say that two angles are two angles, angles ABC and angle PQR are equal. So this is how we compare any two angles, or three angles also you can compare by superimposition method. So I think it is enough for today's class. We will meet tomorrow and we will further discuss comparing angles by superimposition theory and do the exercises of the topic. So I take your leave. Have a very nice day. Bye, students.